Episode 2, A Confession, a Lie. Okay, so when we left off, Jessica Baggin was found, murdered, in a patch of woods not far from her home in Sitka.
Yeah, and the town was shaken. I mean, this was 1996. Stuff like that didn't happen there. Not to a 17-year-old girl on her birthday.
Exactly. And then, almost immediately, someone confessed, like literally within a day.
Right, that was Richard Bingham, a 33-year-old guy visiting from New Mexico.
He walked into the Sitka police station and said he did it. Just like that.
Which on paper seems like an open and shut case, but
Oh, but it was not.
not even close.
Because here's the twist. His confession didn't match the evidence. Like, at all.
And I think this is where people really started to wonder, like, wait, what's going on here?
Exactly. He said he strangled her, but the autopsy showed she'd been suffocated.
He said he left her body in one spot, but it was found in another.
And, okay, can I jump in for a second?
Please do.
This is where it gets maddening, because the guy recants, he says he made it all up, and instead of going, oh, okay, maybe we should investigate more, the authorities double down.
They arrest him, charge him with first-degree murder, go full speed toward trial.
Meanwhile, the physical evidence, none of it pointed to Bingham. No DNA match, no fingerprints, nothing.
And here's where it gets extra tangled. The prosecution tried to argue that the lack of evidence was evidence,
Right? Like, he must have cleaned up really well.
which is a wild thing to hang a case on.
And this is all while the actual killer was out there, watching maybe, knowing someone else was taking the fall.
And it went to trial. Full jury, media in the courtroom, people whispering in town.
And, sorry, this part just always stuns me because the trial lasted 7 weeks.
7 weeks of testimony, speculation, and arguments over a confession that didn't line up with the facts,
And then the verdict, not guilty.
which you'd think would be the end of it, but for Bingham, it wasn't.
He was cleared legally, but not socially. He became a pariah in Sitka.
Lost his job, his boat, his friends, eventually had to leave town entirely.
And I just keep thinking, how many people still believed he did it, even after the acquittal?
Yeah, it's like once that seed of suspicion is planted, it doesn't go away, even when it's wrong.
And meanwhile, Jessica's real killer remained nameless, faceless, free.
It's haunting. Like, imagine the pain her family must have gone through. First grieving her loss, then going through a trial for the wrong person.
And then the years. All those years of silence. No justice, no answers.
Until DNA came back into the picture. But that's the next part of the story.
Yep. Next time, we talk about how the case was reopened and how a piece of evidence sat in a lab, waiting to speak.
And when it finally did, everything changed.